had no choice about what they did.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to help you guys, but about 45,000.
I think it's probably too painful.
I don't know why.
It's got 5 colours, so you can get both. You get an embroidered.
The Prussian War, First and Second World War.
Yes, that's got me as well. But then that was more of a modern, 20 years later it would never happen, would it? Port on up, not standing holiday in Express.
Yes, some great fun on the ride.
It'll be a rider, gang mower, up you go.
But it's not really short like the British one, is it? It's horrible. This is meadow grass. This is a nightmare. The bunk that one? Yeah, I think so. Oh, and also the traffic. They usually put all the names wrong. I was trying to think of the word, something up, I think it's the right word. Remember, I can never know. There's no sense of kind of, celebration or life or achieved anything, it's just like, this is death, This is the end. Orientating well, it's very good, alright.
What's that, sorry?
It's the we're here, are we? So nice.
No,
Oh, there.
Yeah. It's strange to orientate it north that way, like you say, and have the words the other way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But it is orientated to be round.
Maybe it was a newbie that put this together.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Alright, okay.
Old area, right?
Yeah. And you've got a little channel bar today in your stack. Yeah, go right.
Interesting, isn't it?
Well, not too much, but just a little bit more about Vimy, really. But majority here, we're obviously involved in
But, I'll just tell you a little bit about Neuville if you like, on the way. So Neuville was an important stepping stone to take Vimy Ridge, and the French prevailed through, I don't know if you know, but the Germans fortified the village itself with cannons, machine guns and all sorts, and dug a line. I think it was, did they drill the trenches there? No, it might not have been here, it's in the next one. And that was on the 17th of June 1915. In March 1916, the British relieved the French 10th Army at Arras, and Canadian forces took charge at Vimy. They built 12 tunnels up to the ridge of the German line, and on the 9th of April 1917, they made a successful offensive on the ridge, and a third of the soldiers that died were from the artillery. So if that's I don't know if that's a focus for some of you, I'm sure it is. Yeah. But we'll get a lot more info about Vimy itself once we get there. But feel free to have a look around.
How many French people are in that?
I haven't got the number, but it'll be marked on
there. 56,000.
Yeah, 56. Massive. Yeah.
Okay.
You teams are dirty man.
I'm wrong.
Oh, 1 second.
That's what people say this other day. Obviously we use MDGs now, don't they? And PID.
Can you see the cat badge?
Yeah.
IR sign of whatever. Heat pumps and nothing. Not, they just use the lighter top of that front wire to shoot them right. Yeah, building there, yeah.
That way. That one goes out.
Yeah, playing chicken.
Yeah, you would have fun, wouldn't you, if you're like bringing the kids and playing hide and seek, you'd lose them.
That's a dead end, so it must be. Let's have to stand on there so they could actually
That's what I
see.
say, if you was on your own and you would have to negotiate these, you'd be really worried sick, wouldn't you, that you couldn't find your way back.
Another one of them deep holes.
But look at the, I'm going to take a photograph of the, look at their heads above that. That's quite funny actually. I want to get my pink shoes down. Oh, I'm going to do as bad as that.
Only that the Canadians rushed this ridge on the Easter Monday, 9th of April 1917, and it was tremendously successful because the Germans had held all the stories we heard about yesterday were disaster on the Somme. This was a success story. Canadians rushed this ridge, forced the Germans off, and they held off all the counterattacks as well. On Easter Monday, and the biggest thing about it was they attacked in a blizzard. A terrible, terrible blizzard. And the Germans, of course, when we get to the top of the bridge where the memorial is, you can see what an advantage it was, and they're firing down on them all the time. But they managed to shift them off here. It was one of the most successful days in the...
Were they employing different tactics? They weren't just walking forward like they
No,
were
they
on the
weren't,
Somme,
no.
they were
More the assault troop type.
Yeah, that's reading their battalion diaries last week. The mining on both sides was going on every single day. Well,
These two here, these two statues themselves represent all the bereaved mothers and fathers of all of those who died. They're called the mourning parents. Mother Canada and Canada bereft, or Canada bereft, sorry. And there's a lady draped in a cloth. I think that's the one in the middle. She's she bows her head and is looking down at a stone sarcophagus. It's probably on the other side, actually. Look at that. Well, these are the two mourning parents Yeah. A dying soldier who has passed a torch to a comrade. That must be down there in the middle. Yeah. Well, no, it actually says they're either side of the steps.
Oh,
yeah,
right,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's all on. Yeah.
Well, also you have the Americans coming in.
That's why they went then.
That's the spirit of sacrifice. So that's between the pylons here. There's two figures comprised of a dying soldier who has passed the torch to a comrade. Yeah. But the one that the lady in the front there, that's she's war dead at the base of the 20 foot. So that's the Douai plane. That's the Douai plane there, which is what they were fighting for you on.
They came up.
I believe they were actually. I think they came up that way, based on the ground.
That way.
Yeah, that looks like the way they came up. So they can go
going
this.
that way.
Yeah.
Push the Germans off. We have.
Right? I just think you.
I noticed that as soon as we do, the whole terrain completely. Well, the terrain doesn't really change. It's still flat. Still quite a lot of countryside and a lot less built up areas. So
Just more Belgium.
just a lot more buildings, yeah. So in this particular one here, there's 2,048 in there. It was created in April 1918 during their spring offensive and expanded during their retreat in August of 1918. The graves themselves are made up of casualties of that offensive itself, and there's a central column of sandstone, and the graves remained without permanent markers for quite a while due to the lack of funds and the outbreak of the Second War. So have a good look around and...
There's not a lot to see in this.
Well,
it's pretty grim.
I see, you guys have got sharp eyes, you might find some quirky stuff along the way.
We're different.
It's all about on a Saturday afternoon, isn't it?
You Irish farm.
DSOs operate in the UK. And normally, I mean, if you look at DSOs at the moment, you see 4,000 each mile on operation. So they need to have that.
Disappeared when I police and like that.
No. It's very transparent. Well, GCM's great, but and that's really rewarded to Yeah, I'm going to come across this side now because you've got the sun in your eye. So have a check, make sure you're okay.
The one that I took was the one that showed them the bows down.
We're talking first war, aren't we? Not second war, yeah. Ah, sorry.
Who's Joe? What way are we going? This is a cycle ride, isn't it?
Yeah. We've got the whipper ranges coming up the back. Come here, sister, for the back of us. Sing it, it's lovely, lovely day. We've been through basic together.
This is a bit like basic training, isn't it?
What horrible. Yeah, so.
That is beautiful.
Darling. Hang on. Darling.
That's not true. Highlights.
Thanks for being in the cool group, Scoops.
Yeah.
I'll follow you. You know you go.
Monica.